Yo, what's good? It's your boy Dijon McCain, and you're now tuned into the Juice Podcast. This is episode 10, the last episode, man. Dang, from season 1. We done went by, we done came, pulled up, hopped out, made it look sexy, all that good stuff. I don't know what that had to do with the episode, but it's gonna be a good episode, man. We're talking about seeking validation, being emotionally sound. Get into a little debate. We're talking about Ayesha Curry, so we all over the place a little bit, but I hope that y'all take something out of this. Enjoy. Is it a problem where we seek attention from, like nowadays, whether it's Instagram, whether it's out of the club? This could be for men or for women, or like what is
people care too much about like what people kind of little bit. Like people care about validation from people that they don't even know. For example, like me, use social media and sure, but someone that I can know can have like 15,000 followers on Instagram. What does that mean? We still gonna connect. Somehow you feel just like okay.
Let's see it lit. My mama in the back lit.
Damn.
I don't
Cut it
understand
up.
where that comes from because at the end of the day, the people you care about, that's the people that are being submitted to you. Those are the people that you should seek out for, not the people like to call them haters. But y'all really know like who they really are. So why should it matter?
I brought up that question, Josh. I brought up the question because I was like, I know you said it don't relate directly. I brought it up because it's like when you get into like, it seems like when you get into a relationship, nothing truly satisfies you. It seems like in a relationship, like you can be happy, but maybe if I'm wrong, y'all can disagree. It seems like, hey, I'm just saying. Hey, you can't say what I mean.
Hey,
Y'all disagree.
we can have an intervention if you want. That's tough.
You disagree, though?
No, I would say it don't match because of what I was gonna say about the last topic. That's why I was
Right.
yeah.
No, but about this point now, though, you disagree? People are all, like satisfied
In the relationship.
In the
In a
relationship.
relationship? I don't know. I think
Especially with the cupcake phase. In the cupcake phase,
it's a cupcake
Cupcake
phase.
Tuesdays, and you having fun, but
Still
niggas still
Friday.
cheating in that phase. And girls still like, what? Like men don't cheat.
Correct.
Okay, that's
I'll play,
another
I'll play,
topic.
I'll play. We're not talking about
Should be your next podcast.
She said, look, alright,
No, I was just. I mean, I think this is more of like an issue of like identity more than anything else. Like I think sometimes we like fail to realize like celebrities are people too. Like we all go through the same shit. We all have insecurities, vulnerabilities, and like they just talked about like how they spent like 10 minutes of the segment talking about like their personal identity, like outside from their husbands. Like Jada Pinkett, she even talked about like how she had to take like a 10-15 year break to raise kids while Will is out still doing him, and she was struggling herself like with her career and her sanity and everything. So I just think that was the biggest thing that I took away. Damn.
She great. For the listeners, I got my mom in the back. It's like my mom in the business. She in the back, man. I wanted to put her on the mic. I should put her on the mic. What you think, Brandon, bro? What you think about this?
I think that it's not a relationship issue. It's more so of, like you said, a social identity issue. Because her issue, or I think the problem is her recognizing where she is in life. Because when you're dating Stephen Curry, like he's there, he's making the money, he's playing the games, he's like one of the most sought basketball players right now. And when you're someone dating him, I think it's really hard to match his drive or to match his importance. And I think even in my last relationship when I was, president of student body and doing different things across campus and at the state level, it's really hard to not point out the fact that like my hustle, my drive, how busy I am was way different than my partner. And then that would drive out a lot of questions about, do I have time for her? Does she feel important? Does she feel wanted? Does she feel needed? And I think when you just take it times like 50,000 to where they are now. I know that she has a brand. I know that she is very recognizable, and it could be argued that that's because of Stephen Curry. But I think that that's what popular culture say. It's not because of her and what she's doing, and people recognizing that. So I don't think it's a relationship issue. I think it's more so of her and this popular culture issue with wanting to be validated by other people versus validated by the people who love us, and even within ourselves. Like it seems like on Twitter she was saying like I don't need other people to validate me. I don't need to conform to what society says. But then right after that, you know, she's like, oh snap, you don't actually feel this way. I'm a little bit, you know, worried about people. But then also this whole, I can't think about exactly what she said, but in a sense, just wanting to be validated by other people, or even if you want to be flirted with other people, it's a problem, right? In a relationship, especially when you're married, you shouldn't want.
Is it a problem though? Like,
It's a common problem.
Why is it a problem to want just like people to get complimented?
Let's
So
say
when people compliment you in a relationship, like why is that a problem?
when you think about it in a sense, right? So this is a hint of religious values. If a car drove down the street and you was like, damn, that's a Lambo, I want that, right? In a sense, that can be lust. If you keep going at it like, damn, I keep seeing these Lambos, I want one, why everybody else got one? It's a common problem because people do that commonly, whether that's like education or other relationships. But I think what we're talking about is if it's common or not, where the issue is that it's really a problem because she's married. And you shouldn't want validation from other men, or you shouldn't want groupies, or you shouldn't want hoes, even if he had them. And I wonder if Stephen Curry like acknowledges that, and that's a part that she didn't get to talk about, whether he's like responding to them or saying, "Oh, thank you everybody for doing this and doing that." Which I don't take him to be that person, but you know, we don't know what Papa.
And that's a big point that no one even talked about. It's like, dude, if Curry, let's say he's out here entertaining, she definitely has the right to feel that way.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even bring that up.
No, we were getting there. I'm glad we on that.
But
ahead,
I guess I don't want to jump around because we've kind of like.
Put this on. I'll say what you want to say. Go ahead.
But I just want to touch on the fact that tweets were tweeted out 4 years ago or so.
Okay.
And like she's a mom and she's had like I think 2 more kids in that span of time or something. Like her body has changed. Her ideologies might have changed along with that. And I feel like when she tweeted that was kind of like the start of her career, I guess, and it shaped her public image into that of a mother, like a non-sexualized mother. And so I feel like a lot of the topic has been, oh, well, people don't approach her because they respect Steph Curry. And I feel like that's part of it, but I think another part of it is, like, that's not the image she's put out. I feel like it's different. Like, if you're talking about, like, Beyonce and Jay-Z, like, Beyonce is another mother, but she's also very sexualized in the media. So it'd be, like, I feel like it'd be more, like, common to, like, see that kind of conversation. Like, oh, yeah, like, Beyonce is very, like, hot. Like, she's very sexualized. Like, men might approach her differently than they approach Ayesha because she, like, from jump heads kind of made it seem like she doesn't want that. So I feel like now that her ideals have changed, maybe in a way, like, it's hard for people to see her other than that.
That's real. I remember I was listening to an interview like with The Real, and they was talking about the same subject. And I was listening to one of the talk show hosts say like it's different how like women and men are shown like love and how how you're showing that you're appreciated. Like they say for if they say if a male singer or whatever, like if he was up there performing, women might throw panties or clothing or whatever at him. But if the woman was up there, it's kind of different. But I'm like, alright, so like if a nigga slide in the DM though, you just get excited off of that, or you see what I'm saying? Like, it seems like they'll never actually be like equal in that sense of like how we can, shoot shots, appreciate people that we ain't never gonna be with. Like, I don't know, that don't really make sense to me at that point. But I wanted to, unless you got a comment, go ahead. No, I just wanted to transition and go back to the point I was at with him though. Is it a problem necessarily to want validation when you're in a relationship from other people? If not validation, then to want to be complimented.
Validation.
Want people to slide in your DM. Validation that you're,
That's the key question.
that you're what? That you're worthy, that you're beautiful.
If I'm in a relationship, I'm worthy of being in a relationship.
Validation that you're the shit, essentially. Like, if you're in a relationship right now.
If I'm in a relationship and I'm not, if I'm in a relationship with a shorty and I have a shorty, that's it.
I have a question. So, if you go out or wherever, and someone approaches you and like, wow, you're really attractive, yada this, and then walks away, are you gonna feel good? Okay, so then.
So that's validation?
Yeah, and that's how I think of it. That's when I think of what she said. That's what I'm thinking. Like she wants people to compliment
somebody
Yeah.
to pursue directly. She never said that. She was just saying kind of like maybe a compliment. But I'm saying like, is that like a problem though? If you're in a relationship and you're happily,
It's natural. Like everyone wants it to some extent.
even if you're married though,
Yes.
with a billionaire, I'm just asking questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think the problem is human nature. We constantly seek that though. Like, so if it happens once, it's an issue. If you're like, oh, I would like that more, you go out looking for it.
Mhm.
Like, if you go places, because of her status or because of who she are, and she get that, like, kind of the R. Kelly timeline where he went places specifically because he was R. Kelly and he wanted that attention. That's different. But if it comes to you and you don't necessarily desire that, like, that's why I was wondering if Stephen Curry goes out places just to receive that attention. But even with him, it's hard enough to go somewhere and be recognized. So for someone to come up to you and say, hey, I want an autograph, can you sign this, can you do that? Thank you for, whatever. But in the general sense, it's different once you, expect it and then you want it more than it actually happens. That is my opinion.
I was just gonna say, I mean, even think of the idea of instant gratification. Like that's the time that we especially live in. It kind of made me think about it. You could look up, like, what does the color red mean on Google right away? You'll get a million answers about what the color red is. So I think, especially just in the time and day and age that we're growing up in with the internet and how much that stuff is progressing, instant gratification is kind of just something that's like being even more instilled in us in terms of that. So like, I don't know, I feel like that can also be something too.
Do y'all ever think? One-on-one voice. My drink. What's up? She said, "You said if I got bottle." I'm not alcohol in this.
We're watering.
I think you water.
Just tap water.
He wouldn't
I'll
tap
take
water.
for you.
Damn.
Yeah.
I always say like I don't be giving my guests tap water. But look, niggas ain't got no box. But that make me feel my point. Anyway, love to say this whole idea behind validation or throw validation out. I wanted to compliment outside, like, can that lead to like cheating or possibly pursuing somebody else?
If you take it there,
Yeah.
Say
Extremely.
Say more about that. If you take it,
I don't know. It's kind of like what you guys were talking about earlier. If I'm going certain places to like get that attention specifically, and it's like you said, it could just be the comment and then walk away. But am I going after them? Am I saying, oh well, maybe we should get together and get something to eat, or maybe here, follow me on Instagram and we can figure it out
you
from
kept him
there.
as your friend or something like that.
Huh?
Like, if you was in a relationship and you kept to do that compliment you as a friend, and was like, oh, he appreciates me, and shit like that.
I don't know how I feel about that. I ain't
You
gonna lie.
can't have no friends in a relationship.
I mean, you got friends.
Jude, you can't have no. Hold on, pass him the mic.
Time out.
Women can't have. Hold on. Yeah, pass him the mic,
I
man.
didn't say that. I
Women
said
can't have no
that's-
friends in a relationship.
That's called a slippery slope.
Say more about that.
Because, for example, if I have a female friend and I know that
You're in a relationship.
if I was in a relationship,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's single, bro.
That's what I said. So if I'm in a relationship and I have like multiple female friends, like that doesn't say too much, even though it could be as platonic as whatever. But I wouldn't feel comfortable with the fact of my partner having a lot of male friends. That's just how I am. But like, if I trust her, it's a different conversation.
That's different though. Not a lot of male friends, but your partner can't have some male friends.
But like, if that's the entertainment thing, like, oh, your girl can't have friends, like stuff like that, like.
So you said
So quantify it. What's the number?
What's the number?
How many friends can your girl have? Your future girl.
For future girl, shit, I don't know. People grow, people change, so we gonna see.
What are you getting into? I'm mad. You can be politically correct that and answer. You just said your girl can't have no friends. Now you trying to say, well, it might change.
This is what I mean. In the comment that, like, so for example, if talk to a girl who's in a relationship and I'm the dude saying, oh, so your man wants you to have friends, I already know what I'm trying to say. Like, y'all know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The
like,
listeners don't know what you mean.
oh, so I'm gonna let y'all explain that. If a man says that, because I don't know how that goes, I already know.
Oh, yeah, somebody answered.
So what is there a difference between like if they were already friends before the relationship or what happens during a relationship? Because if she got like, let's say she got 12 guys that she's tight with,
Yeah.
before the
Oh, I'm
relationship.
not gonna be that.
Damn, why I gotta be 12, Josh?
Okay.
I just thought about that.
Okay, but then, like, so is it different? Like, say if y'all date for like a year, and then she meets some dude, and they just become friends, like a year into your relationship. Does that make it different? That's just the question.
I think it's gonna bring insecurity. I think it's gonna bring insecurity.
My thing is, like, it depends on, like, your interactions with your friends. So for me personally, I feel like if you are going back to your guy friend and telling him about how your partner is lacking in certain areas, then
Damn.
the issue, because, like, if your friend is the kind who, like, started off as, like, complimenting you and then it kind of, like, went to the friend zone because you put him there, then you're giving him ammo to, like, chip away at your relationship. You know what I mean? So you need to be careful. But if it's a friend, like, you just, like,
You don't deserve a nigga like
you know what I
that.
mean? Like, be careful. Like, that's when you need to be careful. If it's just a friend who checks on you and, like, you know, supports your dreams and, like, you can laugh with, I don't have a problem. But if it's, like, you're going to that friend and, like, telling them how I'm not meeting your expectations as a partner, you should be going to me first. So I think that's where, like, it comes, like, it's insecurities and it's also that. That's when there's an issue. But if you're just, like, a friend who's, like, you like to laugh with that person and you keep it, like,
But how would you
respectful.
ever know though, John? Me pushing back.
Well, that's the
How
thing.
would
If
you
you're in a
accept
relationship
me?
with someone, I would hope there's trust there.
Yeah, that's trusting.
You know what I mean? And
So
I'm
you
gonna
just
trust
gotta-
you until you give me a reason not to trust you.
That's
That's me personally.
I'm just gonna say, Ayesha, do you need a friend? That's
That's
all I'm
yo,
gonna say.
they say, yo, I don't know. It's just, just get to Aisha somehow. Hey.
But you
So, cameraman, zoom in, my nigga.
Right.
I'm in the solo.
I should have slided in the DMs.
I should shoot her DMs. I don't know. I was just thinking about friendship specifically since we on that topic now. But like, I don't know. It seems like when we get into a relationship with somebody, right? It's tight. Like, it's always you gotta cut off all your friends, and you gotta like not be as cool as you was with them, and then.
Hold on. What?
I don't know. Relationship.
Well, I said, bro, I would keep it your relationship don't sound healthy, my nigga.
Why you keep saying me? I talk to a lot of people.
Okay.
It ain't gotta be John Ken.
You're speaking from personal experience, right? You said you gotta cut off your friends for a relationship.
I know people that have did that though. Like, I know people that have been together, right? In a
You got a
relationship.
friend that
And then it disappeared.
And yeah, like they start acting different because like the either the woman or the man couldn't handle them having somebody like outside of them that was a form of support. So that's insecurity.
That's all y'all. Y'all be choosing the wrong people.
Insecurity.
So this insecurity lies as we sin, in case y'all not following, this insecurity lies with just not only just being a celebrity or whatever of like wanting validation, it's lying and like when you actually enter a relationship and you gotta cut off your friends and then as we transition to more, it's just like when are we ever able to like trust, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trust ourselves fully. Like when does that growth come? And it's something like that shit don't come until you like for a man probably like, I don't know, like 30. Like 2 kids.
I would say 40.
Huh?
I feel like 30 is too low.
How would you know that, Jen?
Because I live with a 32-year-old man. So.
You go with 32. Hold on, let's talk about that. We ain't gonna
Hold on, time out.
Hold on.
You're not gonna ask her. You still ain't answering your questions, nigga.
What's my question? Y'all want to ask me?
Yeah, get back.
We'll talk when the camera go off. We'll talk about it
Yeah.
after or something.
Oh, I thought we were getting back to
We just talking about maturity. Nah, we just talking about maturity,
Yeah.
right? You said it's different from when you're 32. I mean, when you dated a 32-year-old.
Well, I would say
Maturity
people
and
are
security.
different. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's some study out there that shows that women mature quicker than men. And I feel like that's a balance between just like genetics or other biology.
So you know I disagree with that.
Biology,
Because,
wait, and social
hey,
societal standards. Don't cut me off.
Why you disagree?
You disagree?
I disagree.
Her statement specifically is for people that's listening. Jen just basically said that women mature faster than men biologically, right?
No, I said there's studies out there.
There's studies. There's studies.
Biologically, I mean, it's true. Biologically, yes.
Biologically,
and
right.
also by society's standards, because I feel like as women we do get policed a lot, like although we can.
Yeah.
Y'all do.
I was gonna say, to
Yeah,
add on to
definitely.
hers, like social norms, you go first.
I was gonna say, I was gonna agree. That's facts.
So some of
Yeah,
us don't
I was
want to
gonna
grow, but we got to.
No, I agree with that part. Some of you, like you said, some of y'all don't want to grow up, but you have to. But the maturity I'm talking about is like
You talking about emotionally, physically?
Hey,
Go ahead, Dad. Go ahead, Dad. Go ahead, Dad. Go ahead, Dad. What she gotta say first? She been waiting.
Go ahead.
She's waiting.
Don't lose that.
You know, yeah.
Okay.
You probably said some
I
bullshit.
was just gonna say, like, even societal norm wise, like what she was talking about for us, especially let's say if we go back to like the 80s, and, you know, some dumb stuff hard, but there's still roots of that is still implanted now. Like women cooking, cleaning, taking care of the home, doing all this other stuff. What do you guys get to do? Play outside. Boys will be boys. You know, that kind of stuff. So it's like I think it also stems from that. Like we're forced to have to grow up sooner than you guys are because boys will be boys. But you know, you girls need to do this, girls need to do that. It's like, dang, I can't kid too.
That's real. No, that's real.
I want to play kickball.
Yeah.
I gotta post some photos.
You
I gotta
know,
do a
I
lot.
want to, you know, be single to I'm no, I'm just like,
Don't play that.
Oh yeah, they gotta get married, settle down,
Yeah.
have kids.
Yes.
You know, at one point it wasn't even like okay for us to go to college. Like that wasn't acceptable until what a few years ago, maybe a decade ago. Like
That was a lame system. But I think in a general sense we have to define mature because I just keep thinking with my lawyer brain about what does mature mean? Because back home in Chicago,
he talking.
yeah,
From Chicago or you from the
Chicago,
suburbs?
South
Okay.
Side, that was our neighbor project building. But no, in a general sense, like back in Chicago, a lot of the men, I would say they were mature in a different way. Like they were sexually mature, where they felt like they knew their bodies, they knew who they wanted, they knew what they wanted, and they went and got it. So in a sense, that can be mature. But to other people, that could be immature because you don't know what you're doing. You mistreat women, you cheat on them, you lie to them, you have babies, and you don't take care of them. So I think if we define maturity, then that would give us more basis because, you know, being in the house, being able to be humble with that and not being able to, you know, freak out. A lot of that is societal norms, but in another sense, it's also a man going to work and then coming back home or providing for the house. A lot of people would define that as maturity, but I think that's also like a generational thing. Like the last generation would have said men were more, you know, mature, or they held down, they were more disciplined because they had the discipline to go to work. But now we know what men used to do and what that evolved around, and with, you know, stepping out of this whole Me Too movement, I think the definition of maturity is changing now to more so of being disciplined, being able to do what's right, and having a lot of self-confidence.
Smart as hell. Goddamn lawyers. What? I don't knock that at all. And I don't knock what y'all saying about like maturity in general. I definitely do agree. In society, like women definitely don't get the love and praise that they deserve. You know, man, queens at all.
It's coming.
But you know it's coming.
It's coming.
But if we talking specifically in the 20s, and we talking specifically, you know, being young and in college and shit like that, like I definitely don't think women are more mature.
In what sense?
And what?
And what aspect? Yeah.
Define.
Let me define. I ain't the lawyer. I ain't Brandon. I ain't the doctor up there. But what I'm referencing to, like, so we talking about dating, right? Hold on, Josh. Let me. Josh, start. I'm trying to listen. When we talk about dating, right, and just how that shit go, that whole game, like, y'all just don't necessarily know what y'all want. Y'all don't know.
Wait, we talking about women? Don't know what we want?
Women don't know. I don't think y'all know what y'all want. I don't think they know what they want. And I ain't got to the men. I think for men, right? All right, we're gonna stay on this woman topic.
So maturity is knowing what you want.
Part of it, yeah. A part of maturity.
Continue.
You disagree?
No, I just want to know what you
And this reference, yeah, 20s part of maturity is knowing what you want somewhat, or if you don't necessarily know what you want, at least having the, I think the wisdom to like take those risks and have experiences and go through that, but not like just playing games. We talking about dating. We ain't saying you gotta know all of the answers. You ain't gotta like, you know what I'm saying, write your own story before it goes. I'm saying specifically with dating.
I don't know, bro.
I think women know what they want. They just don't like to see a lot of the times, which causes them to play games. Let's think about
Brandon on the day
Hey, you might be the only one in the room that might think that, bro. You might be the only one.
I just want to hear what you're thinking. Do y'all agree?
We can push it. We can push it.
Nah, if you feel that way, that's fine.
No, it's real.
Okay, what y'all think? I want to hear some
Oh, you know what? It
I
makes
wanna
sense
hear
because
everybody.
you always tell me that. I'm like, where did I hear this from? God always says, I don't know what I want. Because we have these conversations all the time.
Yikes.
I was like, I've heard this before because you always tell me.
Can you say this in
was like, this topic sounds so familiar. It's because me and Jam have this conversation all the time because, yeah, I mean, we're cool, we're close. I tell him about my past relationships, and I'm like, man, Jay, it's because you don't know what you want. You always go for men who ain't shit, and you know they ain't shit, but you
I
still.
say that too. I say that on air. I think at this age, 20 to 23, y'all don't know what y'all want. Women don't, put the camera on me. Women don't know what they want at age 20 to 23. Like, y'all, a lot of y'all want niggas that ain't shit. Or y'all go for niggas that ain't shit. This ain't all women, right? This not all women. I'm not saying that.
But so right now, this is your only criteria for maturity. It's not what you want.
That's
For right now, for dating, yes. Right now.
For dating?
For this. For dating.
Bro, there's more that goes into it. It's not just knowing what you want.
Hey, bro, let me speak this.
Okay, no, educate
He
me.
never just speaking it, bro. Damn.
Educate me, bro. I'm saying.
So what else goes into it?
No, just what else are you pushing? Because you seem like you disagreed when I said that.
Oh yeah, because that's not the only thing. Like, bro, like emotional intelligence is a big thing too when it comes to maturity.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think men are good emotionally? Are we emotionally sound? Are we emotional?
No, we're not.
In the age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
And do you think women are more in tune with their emotions? Are they able to express it?
Sometimes I think it. And if we're talking about this age, what I'm talking about now, 20 to 25.
20 to 25. I still think women
No.
are more emotionally intelligent.
I disagree. Tell me why you think that, though.
We're black men, right?
Right?
On the spectrum, we are at the complete bottom.
Right? We are.
Okay.
We're at the bottom, nigga. We're at the bottom, period, bro.
How does that equate to women being more emotionally sound, though? You're not really.
Bro, when it comes to expressing emotions, bro, when it comes to talking about your emotions, when it comes to dealing with your emotions, talking about them, we don't do it. Women are more, they do it more.
You gotta fight them to do it. You gotta be like, look, nigga,
At this
don't
age,
open up
no.
to me.
I know how hard it is for a guy, a
We
black
gonna
man.
fight them.
No. We ain't talking
Bro, so how often are you and your group of guys, how often do y'all just sit down and talk about how you guys feel about everything?
We do often. This is me.
Do you lay it all on the line?
Yeah, bro. With me specifically, I ain't saying I'm perfect, nothing like this. I'm just being real.
I'm saying, I'm not talking about just for you specifically. I'm talking about for the group of guys that you know.
The people that's close in my circle, the group of guys, we talk about real shit, and we might be afraid to cry on some like shit like that, right? I see what you're saying, but we still lay the line and be like, look, this is what I'm going through, man, as a man. And I feel like a lot of times, like there are men that don't do that, that won't do that, but at this specific time period and age, I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's my circle. I'm young, but nah, bro.
It's not like you got a great circle.
Great circle.
Yeah, great circle. That's what I got from that.
She got a question.
Do you feel like you are emotionally sound when it comes to women, like in a relationship with women? Like, can you sit down and have a conversation like that with a woman and say, this happened and it made me feel this way, I feel this way?
I
And
can.
cry.
Yeah, I can.
And cry.
Yeah, but this is where
You gotta cry too.
You said you are.
Well, wait, I wanna listen to Jamie. I wanna listen to what she said. What you said?
I'm wondering about your friend group as well, like the men in your life. Do you think they're all able to do that as well?
I don't know. All able to do that.
I don't be crying.
He said, "I don't be crying, bro. I don't be crying." Nah, I would say no because I can't really speak for them as hard. But personally, I would say no because I feel like a lot of times, like black men, like what you said, Josh, is like we just feel like we gotta contain all our emotions and like you a pussy if you cry, all these different things. So no, but for me to answer your question directly, yes, I feel like I can cry, and I have cried in front of the women that's in front of me and stuff like that. Where I'm at now, and we're talking about like specific to the age range. I can't speak for nobody that's older or younger. Specific to the age range now, I feel like when it comes down, I can't trust everybody. I can't trust everybody, woman who I speak to, and I feel like sometimes like. He said, hey.
Good job.
Jonathan didn't let me finish.
Good job.
Man. What I was gonna say though is, I can't trust every like woman who I can't confide in every woman. I can't be meeting around every woman because if I do that and I'm trying to get with her, then I'm looked at as soft or that light skinned nigga or you know what I'm saying, with a dark skin. I can't do that at this age range specifically. Like I fuck with Jen a lot because we able to talk, and we able to, you know, go back and forth with stuff like that. But on the general spectrum of this college campus, I can't do that. Speaking from John McCain, like I don't know if Josh can do that, or, you know, or if Andrew or Brendan like that. But I just can't do that with everybody. And that's where, and I'm only speaking from like, I guess my experiences and friends' experiences. It's just like I see maturity as like not necessarily just knowing yourself, but also like at least learning from the mistakes you've been through in the past. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Taking all that in, like the way I have seen, we're gonna use your definition of maturity. We're gonna say transparency and communication. That's the way I see it. Like if you can display your feelings and your emotions clearly, communicate that, and have both parties on par, that's fine.
In a healthy way.
Yeah. Thank you. That's very important, yeah. So however, like you said, like you can't really trust somebody that's me, that's facts. But however you decide to communicate whatever you're feeling, I feel like that's a mature way of going about. We're gonna stop using the word mature. That's the right way of going about being in a dating scene or being with someone that you wanna build rapport with. That's all. But to your point about the woman not being as mature or as men, they're more open with their emotions and communicating that. Like, okay, I'm speaking from experience. In communicating emotions, it's more difficult for me to share about them getting better. Women that talk about it, let's go. Which one?
Yeah.
Okay, so look,
The weekly check-ins.
But if we're gonna speak out, not just because you clearly have a healthy way of communicating with people that you're like, I'm talking about from a general consensus. You said from the age range of 20 to 25, nigga. The answer is no. Women have a better way of communicating their emotions than men from the age of 20 to 25. That's just full stop.
okay, so when you say, and this ain't necessarily like to prove right or wrong.
No,
this is just a question. So
yeah.
when you say communicate emotions, right?
Yeah.
Being emotionally sound. So if I communicate my emotions, right,
Mhm.
and I just say I'm pissed off and I'm angry,
Correct.
is that what you mean? Like just being able to like
Being able to
articulate,
yeah,
and say how you feel?
articulate how you feel, not just be like, if someone asks you what's going on, nothing.
Okay, then yes. Then yes.
Okay.
Then
So-
yes.
One word answers.
Yeah.
What's the-
Y'all be giving one word answers, or like I'll text a whole paragraph.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, how was your day? Like,
Oh, you
I
think
know
you
this,
do.
and then like it's like
Tell her response with one thing.
one thing, or like just very abrupt. It's like I know there's more going on in your mind. Just speak it.
Okay.
I'm here.
And your studies have proved that too.
Yeah, back to the study. So,
You can't, hold on, let's not keep putting in this thing, boy.
No, the studies, bro.
Hold on, man, I'm just saying. I'm just
The
saying.
studies
Because
are
when
real,
niggas
though.
start studying, they be trying to validate every single thing.
That's true though.
But I'm saying though,
You're
there's
evidence.
specifically studies. There are studies to try to prove that black folks are as intelligent as white folks. But because of a study, niggas validated. So I'm just saying, let's not just
Okay,
say with this specific.
Okay,
thing.
eugenics is one of the outliers, bro. Like, chill on
I'm good. That's
Chill on that.
one of many examples of studies been wrong. But
shit.
Talking about the 21st century, bro. It's a good study, bro. Like, have you seen the one that says like, bro, like women communicate more emotionally and we communicate more of like proxemics and physically. That's a fact. That's a fact.
what were you
You
gonna say?
read that? Like,
So women communicate more emotionally and they're able to, like we've been talking about, like articulate, talk about their feelings, and be able to have more empathy when they deal with and when they communicate. The way men communicate, we communicate off proxemics and physical and movement,
body language.
body language. That's like we can have a conversation and
Nah, this is-
we'd be mad as hell. He come down and I ask him what's going on. He'd be like, "Man, it's just one of them days." And we already know like we don't know what's going on. But like if it's a woman, like we would need more. We would need more. Y'all would need more specifics. Y'all would need to know who did this. Right. And for us, all we gotta do is say, "Man, it's just one of them days," or "Shit, it be like that sometimes." That's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real as I can't Nothing. That's what it said. I can't knock it at all.
So basically, pipe down.
He said paper. I had another point. I'm just saying. Because I don't know. Why I see like, nah, right? It's my nigga, bro. It's my nigga, bro. So what I'm saying, like, communicating emotions, right? I don't know. And it's not even all women. This is a men thing, too. Like, in general, it's just like, what good is communicating emotions if, like, you don't actually try to, like, I don't know, fix how you feel about those emotions? Like, so for example, if, like, you cheated on someone because you had curiosity to see what existed in the world, like, okay, it's good that you can recognize that motherfucker, but like, that's amazing that you can recognize that. But look, okay, what good is it if you can't do nothing to actively change that? You know what I'm saying? That's all I was trying to say. So, yes, women, I know I twisted the pot and shit. But the viewers watching, look, the shit going, the viewers gonna go up. The viewers gonna go up. Nah, I know I was listening. Women are emotionally sound. Yes, 2025. I had to, you know what I'm saying, get it spicy this moment. What I am saying though is like, what good is being emotionally sound if you can't really like do nothing? If you can't, I can't articulate what I'm saying. But look, y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
What good is being, you know, emotionally sound if you're not really gonna work on how you feel or work on those emotions? Like, I'm angry. Alright, you're gonna stay angry, and it's not just women. I'm not just saying women at all, men too. Like, you know, I got people in my family who can easily like, I'm pissed off and this and that, and simply the way things are. But alright, nigga, what are you gonna do? He's gonna be mad. He's gonna be angry. He's gonna cheat. He's gonna give up. That's all I'm saying with that. Just to top it up. So we done said a lot, though. We done talked about a lot. We went from insecurities all the way to emotionally sound.
What trying to cut us?
All this.
Oh,
he can't
Hey! No, that nigga trying to do a roast food.
Hey,
Put
look.
a record on up. Oh, nigga, we not going.
I am wrapping up, Josh. This is Josh, second time being on the damn podcast, so you know.
Second time he trying to cut me off.
Look, what do you want to talk about, Josh?
Nah, bro, it's okay, bro. It's okay.
No, see, we just talked about this.
So I know you got something in them notes.
I know, yeah, I do, but I be monitoring the time.
Where we at?
Y'all don't believe we talked for 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't even long.
I be paying attention. Niggas got shit to do. I be paying attention.
What you gotta do, nigga?
Damn.
I'll fight you. Give my mic. Nah, but in conclusion, I ain't got any questions. Is there anything that's on anybody's mind before I cut this episode?
Yes, I would like to speak.
Please speak into the mic. I've been telling y'all this whole
Okay,
damn episode.
anyway.
Damn.
I would just like to say that I know, like you had said, you only have specific people you can go to because you can't trust everyone and not everyone's going to receive it properly. I was going to say, yeah, like you can't trust everyone. That's a given. But two, when you find that person that you really feel like you can trust, talk to them about that and like make sure that you're comfortable going there. Because I feel like a lot of times people, sometimes men, like to sell themselves short. I've had so many men come to me, man, I didn't think I could talk to you. Like I thought you were bougie or like you were gonna turn me away. And it's like, well, I'm glad you talked to me because like that's not how it is. So like I feel like a lot of times that's the case. So just make sure you assess the situation. That's all.
I got a question.
Bro, we did this in the last podcast, man. Go ahead, Josh.
It's quick, bro. I just want to know how do you know? Like, how do you know like when you can identify someone that you can go to?
I would say
Because it's easy to go to like if you already have close friends.
Yeah, I mean it takes time, and I would say, like from personal experience, like don't jump into trust right away. Like it takes time and going through stuff, and like you know sometimes I tell some friends other things, and then I tell other friends like other things, and then it gets out that I know who's that I know who I can't trust, and it'll be like little minor things. So that's like one way, but it will take time and it will take real deep conversations and like get vulnerable and like
Yo, I'm amping this shit. Nah, man, it's been a pleasure making these episodes for y'all. I've sacrificed a lot of time and energy and, you know, just put a lot into this podcast. So I want to thank everybody for listening and anybody who liked, shared, commented, I don't know, put an emoji, featured on the episode. Shout out to Manny. You know, he let me use his equipment a year ago, just starting this up. All of my producers and stuff that have worked on this in the past. Shout out to Meek. Shout out to Whoop. You know, my friends, my roommates for support. Just anybody who supported me on this journey. Some people might say, oh, it's just a podcast, but for me, it's something, it's an investment, something I really, you know, worked hard to do. So thank y'all so much, man. This is only season 1, and this is only the beginning. I have so many more ideas for season 2. Season 2 is already in the works. So without further ado, man, enjoy the rest of this episode. Stay tuned. Go back to some old episodes if you haven't heard. And I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Dijon McCain.